of town on some fishing trips and stuff with my family. I just want to do a quick product review on a baitcaster that I've been using for about the last 2 months, and that is the Quantum Bill Dance Special Edition that you can pick up at Bass Pro Shop for $69.99. So far I don't really have any complaints about this rod and reel combo. I haven't had any issues other than this one little steel spacer inside the line guide. It pops out every now and then. Just push it back in there. Other than that, everything perfect on it. So I don't know if that's just a defect in mine or if that's just something wrong with all of them. But it's not a hard fix. You could probably just put some kind of drop of super glue or something in there. It might hold it. As far as the rod itself, it's a graphite one-piece rod. I did get the 6.6 medium heavy with a fast action tip. I didn't go up to 7 foot just because this is my first bait caster, so I wanted to go up to 6.6 just to see how I liked it. Get some practice in, make sure I'll be able to use it pretty good. Didn't want to spend money on something that I wasn't going to be able to use. So I figured a 6.6 would be the better way for me to go. The guides on it, they are stainless steel. They were not rust or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. It does have the micro guides on the rod. As far as the reel goes, the outer portions of the reel, they are plastic. They scratch up, fairly decent if you're just banging around and stuff, but they do get scratched up. The middle part is metal. It does have a pretty smooth retrieval on this without any problems or anything. As far as bird nesting, I rarely ever bird's nest on it, and that was straight from picking it up from the store, putting 50-pound braid on it. I fish 50-pound braid just because I fish a lot of thick grass areas and a lot of mossy areas, so I needed something that would get me out of that weed and moss pretty easy. Well, like I said, I never used a baitcaster before I bought this one, and as far as learning how to use it, I watched a couple videos online, went outside, casted it maybe 20 times. I might have bird nested once. It wasn't horrible though, I got it out within like 2-3 seconds. Other than that, I've never really bird's nested. I mean, I do every now and then, but it's nothing major. It's not like a huge bird's nest where I can't get it out, I have to reline to a spool or anything like that. It is a 6:1 gear ratio. It works for what I'm doing with it. I wish it was a little bit faster, but for what I'm doing, it's okay. You can get this in left and right hand retrieve. I'm dominant right-handed. Spinning reels, I use them left-handed, so I figured baitcaster, to me, I hold my rods in my right hand, so I figured a left-handed baitcaster would, just be what I wanted, and it is. My brother has a right-handed one. I've tried it, in my hand, just out in the yard trying to cast it. It works, but I don't like switching hands and then trying to work it with my left hand. It's a lot easier just to be able to cast, because if you're pitching or flipping, and as soon as it hits the water, if the fish hits it, you can go ahead and hook them, reel them in. So it's just a lot easier for me to use the left hand just because I'm so used to it with the spinning rods. Let me see what else this rod and reel does. It's got a 3-bearing system in it with a continuous anti-reverse. Drag on this, to me, I don't like it. I don't know if that's how all bait casters are or not, but I pretty much have to have the drag tightened all the way. Otherwise, when you reel, it doesn't do anything when you have a fish on. You just sit there and spin and spin and spin, so I have to tighten it at least 2 or 3 clicks away from being totally tight. So I don't know if that's just a bad drag on it. I don't know if that's just me in general, just because it's my first bait caster. I'm not used to drag systems on them. So I mean, if you comment down below, tell me, what you think about drag systems, if that's how it's supposed to be, or if I'm just thinking differently or something. I don't know. The handle, it's EVA foam grip. It's comfortable. If it starts raining or something, it does get a little bit slippery. And I do wish that it was a little bit longer as far as the bottom of the rod. I mean, it's fine, but getting 2 hands on there sometimes you can't really. I mean, you can get them, but sometimes it's not that comfortable. So yeah, I mean, overall the rod and the reel, it looks good. It's gray and orange. I have no problems with it. I definitely recommend, if you're just getting into bait casting, to pick one of these up. If you don't have a lot of money, or if you just want to buy one cheap to see if you're gonna like using a bait caster. I mean, you can go to Walmart and get like a $30 Shakespeare bait caster, but I wasn't gonna do that. I figured, I might as well get something with a better name. You know what I mean? I mean, Shakespeare's fine. I personally just don't like Shakespeare. And plus, it's just a cheap rod from Walmart. So I figured I'd just go, Bass Pro, Cabela's, check them out. Like I said, this one's $69.99. You do have another one over at Dick's, which is $59.99. It's the Quantum something. I don't know what it was, but it's another Quantum. It's a little cheaper. It could be the same one. I'm not really exactly sure. I just know it's not the Bill Dance edition. But as far as the reel and the rod, it could be the same, just not, like I said, just not the Bill Dance edition. So yeah, I'm gonna take it out in the yard, do some casting for you to show you how it casts and everything, and just let me know what you think. All right, everybody, I'm gonna do a couple little casts just to show you how this reel does. A lot of people do complain about it bird's nesting pretty easy. I don't really have that problem with it, and I'll show you as an example. You can cast it out. As you can see, there's no bird's nest or anything. The retrieval's pretty good, pretty smooth on it. The drag itself, I mean, I have it pretty much set, 2 clicks from all the way. Otherwise, you can just pull it. So the drag on this reel isn't that great, but like I said, you can cast it, no problems. You can pitch and flip with this reel. I personally don't do a lot of pitching and flipping with it though, because it is a 6.6. But I mean, cast smooth, no problems. So I mean, for the money, it's a pretty good reel and rod combo. There is one thing that I do have a problem with on this reel sometimes, is that right there, the little silver metal spacer in there. It does end up popping out. If I hook a fish, usually 3 pounds or bigger, that little silver piece will end up popping out of the guide right there, and I have to put it back in. But other than that, I haven't had any issues with this reel at all. Alright, so as far as a bait caster goes, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm the best at it or anything. This is my first one, so I am still learning a little bit. But for the time I've had it maybe 2 months or so. And I mean, I think I've gotten, decent with it. I mean, you can cast pretty accurately with it, like the chair over there. I mean, I can cast close to it, Like I said, I'm not the best. I'm not going to be able to pinpoint exactly where I'm trying to cast at. Let's go for the little brick pillar right there. Like I said, I can get real close to it. And in my opinion, it'll work for me. I mean, you might not, get the bites that you're looking for if you're trying to get exactly into a certain position, unless you get better at the casting point of it. You can cast over these chairs. It's pretty simple. As far as casting it, you want to adjust your your brake over here. I have mine on 2. A lot of people say, normally you want to start about halfway. For me, that wasn't working as good, so I lowered it down to 2. And you're supposed to adjust it so that your lure drops, hits the ground, and it doesn't bird's nest or anything. I just leave mine right there for everything I throw. It works perfect for me. I mean, I don't have a single issue with it. So if you're looking for a cheap bait caster, I believe this is one of the cheaper ones on the market right now. I'd go pick one up, and I don't think that you'd regret it.